What's going on, everybody? Back again today to bring you a Star Wars related video. I know I don't do a whole lot of Star Wars uh, themed content, and if you've never really paid attention to my channel before, after watching this video, you will understand why. So, as you guys can tell by the title, this is the Book of Boba Fett. My thoughts on the Book of Boba Fett, and there's a couple disclaimers that I have to put at the beginning of this video. Excuse me. Pardon me. There's a couple disclaimers that I have to put at the beginning of this video prior to getting into my thoughts on it. And the first and foremost thing is, after you hear all these disclaimers, if you want to check out and not watch this video, I totally understand. Uh, but you never know. Like, I mean, you might still find some of it interesting to hear. Maybe you agree with me. You never know. But the other thing I want to point out is if you disagree with me, I mean, if you really want to take the time out of your day to just write this fucking novel of a comment beneath this video, okay. I mean, that's your prerogative. It's your day that you're wasting. Um, but yeah, it's so fucking when I put my thoughts out in a video and then I see just someone wrote me a giant novel of a comment just shitting on me, I'm just like it's such gamma male shit. Like it's like you might as well just like write I am a weak person on your forehead and just walk around. Like do you think you're going to change my mind? Do you think that like your novel of a comment is the thing that was missing that makes me see the error of my ways? No, like you're just wasting time out of your day. And for the counter argument of like, oh, well, no one needs to write the comment, you didn't need to make the video. You're right, I don't need to make the video. I want to make the video. It's a hobby of mine. But just because I make a video and put it on YouTube doesn't mean you have to watch it. So I mean, like, that's my disclaimer, and the reason I put that disclaimer there is for the second disclaimer, and this is the now we're getting into the main gist of the video. I'm giving my thoughts on Book of Boba Fett, and I have not watched any of it at all. I've not watched any of it, and so this is not really going to be my thoughts on the plot or the acting. It's going to be my thoughts on its very fucking existence, and my thoughts on its very fucking existence is why. It's like the Solo movie. It's just like fuck, man. So if I go back about like 5, 6 years, I'm sitting in uh I'm sitting in my bedroom at my apartment at college, and my roommate comes in, and we're kind of watching the cinematic trailers for the Old Republic MMORPG game. We're watching the one where all the Sith attack they like sack the Jedi Temple, and all the Sith come running out of their ship that they crashed into the temple, and this like army of Jedi with their green, blue, maybe some yellow lightsabers just go clashing into this army of Sith with their red lightsabers. And I remember my roommate watching that with me and going, "This is what's missing from Star. We need more of this, like army of Jedi and Sith fighting each other." And I remember telling him, "No, dude, like that's only one facet of Star Wars. There's so much more to it. I wish they would dabble in the other shit." Well, we've dabbled in the other shit right now, in recent years, and turns the fuck out that the only thing Star Wars has going for it that is remotely original and makes it unique and makes it interesting is the fucking it's the Force related stuff, the Jedi related stuff, the Sith, the light side, dark side, lightsaber fight type stuff. That's it. If it's not that, who gives a fuck? Like really, I know there are some people out there that give a fuck. Like people are enjoying the Mandalorian show. Personally, I could not give a shit about the Mandalorian. Do you know why? Because the minute I don't give a fuck what anyone says, the minute the Mandalorian goes up against a force wielding trained Jedi or Sith, someone who's been trained to use the force, the minute he goes up against someone like that, he's dead. He's dead. He's fucking dead. I don't give a shit how much the Mandalorian is your favorite fucking Star Wars character. He is a fucking weak ass character, and he will die instantly the minute he goes up against someone that's trained to use the Force. He's dead. I don't care that he has a lightsaber now. He's dead. I don't care what fucking tricks the Mandalorians employed during the Mandalorian Wars. It is canon that the minute Revan that took some fucking uh, Jedi who left the Order and went with him to go take part in the Mandalorian Wars. The minute Revan and his Jedi warriors showed up in the Mandalorian Wars, they turned the tide and they crushed the Mandalorians, because no matter how badass fucking gun-toting badass the Mandalorians are, nothing in Star Wars competes with a lightsaber wielding Force user. Nothing. Not even close. Lightsaber wielding Force user, everyone the fuck else. So it's just like, you got to ask yourself, why are they constantly making more and more material, more content about the more boring bullshit aspects of Star Wars, when this one aspect, being the lightsaber wielding Force using people and their fucking conflicts and relationships and shit, that stuff is so much more interesting? Why are they making content about much less interesting shit? And this is why. It's because they tried that. They made this sequel trilogy trying to dabble in the light side versus the dark side, the Jedi, the Sith, the lightsaber battles. They tried to dabble into that, and they fucked it up because they tried to be all creative and shit. And what they didn't understand was, since the force wielding lightsaber fighting, since that facet of Star Wars, it is the most popular facet of the franchise, it is also the one that is most defined. There is more content out there in the form of books, video games, movies, cartoons. There's more content out there about lightsaber wielding force users than there are about any other thing. Because of that, it is such a well established part of Star Wars. The rules of the Force are well established. The rules of lightsaber combat are well established. All the rules of how the Force and how it functions with the Jedi and the Sith, the kind of shit that Jedi will do with it and won't do with it, the kind of stuff that it can be used for, period, is well established. Disney didn't want to play by well established rules. I'm not gonna say Disney. I'm gonna say that, it's because Disney also makes Marvel and that thing's awesome. But it's like, the specific directors and writers and creators that they put on those sequel trilogy movies, they didn't want to play within the parameters of someone else's rules. They wanted to be all fuckity fuck artsy creative and to try new things and be unique and fuckity fuck. Like, fucking Christ. It was so annoying and it was so fucking bad. Like, my favorite line in the sequel trilogy is when Han Solo looks at Finn and just goes, "That's not how the Force works," because that's how I felt the entire fucking trilogy. Well, so they did the sequel trilogy, and they came to the conclusion, okay, the fan base, there's a lot of backlash for this. It's pretty clear to us now. The fan base is not going to allow us to be creative and artsy and unique with the Force and the Jedi and the Sith and that kind of shit. So, if we want to be artsy and fartsy and unique and original and creative and shit, we're going to have to explore other facets of Star Wars. Turns out, though, as I've already stated, nope, like who gives a shit? Seriously, like, I get it. The Mandalorian is a very watchable show. It's not bad. But if Disney Plus like put out an ad that said, "Hey, we've got a show it's an old Republic show, and it's gonna take place during one of the great Sith wars of the past, and there's gonna be tons of Jedi, like Revan's gonna be in it, and Bastila, like all these fucking very well-known, beloved characters are going to be in it, and it's going to be, Revan and Malik and Malik and all these old Republic Knights of the Old Republic type characters. It's going to be a very Jedi versus Sith battle. There's going to be tons of lightsaber wielding, force wielding people on both sides. They're going to have lots of different fights. We have that show. We have that show for you ready to go, and put it on Disney Plus right now. Or we've got a Boba Fett show. Which one do you want? Everyone in their right fucking mind is going to choose that one show that contains way more lightsabers and force using and that kind of shit. Between the choice of those two, no one's choosing the fucking Boba Fett show. Hell, if it was a choice between that one Old Republic lightsaber Force Jedi versus Sith show or The Mandalorian, people are still going to choose that one. They're going to say, fuck off with The Mandalorian, throw that shit in the trash. Show me the Jedi versus Sith epic lightsaber duel force power wielding badassery. Show me that shit. Fuck off with the other shit. It's just that we're not being offered the choice because they know what we will choose, and they know that if they are forced by us to do Jedi, Sith, Force, lightsaber shit, they're not going to be allowed to be creative with it. They're basically going to be robots. They're going to be like McDonald's drive-through workers. It's like the fans are going to roll up in the drive-through and be like, yeah, give me a number 3, hold the pickles, and a medium soda. And then they're going to have, like the little fucking fast food worker that they are, they're going to have no choice except to put our order together exactly how we fucking described it and then hand it to us. And then we're going to say, thank you, get the fuck back to work. Like, that's how this should go. But what's happening, what happened with the sequel trilogy is like we rolled up to the drive-thru, give me a number 6, hold the pickles, medium soda, medium fry, and they were like, well, I don't really feel like making that right now. That's just so, it's been done a lot. Let's spice things up a little bit. Let's put a chicken sandwich on top of a fish sandwich, and then let's add some hot sauce for spice. And he said medium fry. Well, he's gonna get an apple pie in there. Like, don't do your own fucking thing. Do what we fucking tell you. And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter how much praise your other bullshit Star Wars shit is getting. If you offered us the choice between Force lightsaber Jedi versus Sith shit or Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Han Solo shit, we're gonna choose the Force Jedi versus Sith lightsaber duel shit. We're gonna choose that stuff because that's the most interesting part of Star Wars. I mean, to be honest, you take that shit out of Star Wars, and it's just like every other science fiction franchise out there, except most of those other science fiction franchises do it better. If all we've got is like political factions rebelling against each other in wars fought with like spaceships and laser beams and laser guns, Star Trek does that better. Halo does that better. Expanse does that better. The new Foundation show does that better. Dune does that better. The only thing Star Wars has going for it is Force, lightsaber, Jedi, Sith. That's it. That's fucking it. If it's not about that, why the fuck are you even trying to do it? Why? Oh, because we figured out that if we only offer people that and we don't offer them anything else, and this is the only Star Wars content available because we have a monopoly on Star Wars content, then all the Star Wars fans who are just like fucking heroin addicts for Star Wars content, they'll just eat it the fuck up because they have no choice. It's like all of us out there all of you diehard Star Wars fans out there, you're like a bunch of fucking alcoholics who haven't had a drink in a few hours, and Disney's over here, and they're like, hey, I got some alcohol, and they're like, oh, let's say like as an alcoholic, your favorite alcohol to drink is vodka, and they're like, well, we got some vodka back there, and like we could easily get you some vodka, but we don't really feel like making vodka right now. We're going to give you whiskey, and you hate whiskey. As an alcoholic, you hate whiskey, but you're also a fucking alcoholic. So when Big Daddy Disney tells you, hey, the only thing we're willing to give you is whiskey, you go, fuck it. I'm not going to sit here and argue and bitch and fight and argue with these people trying to get the vodka that I really want because I'm a fucking alcoholic, and at the end of the day, I need some fucking alcohol, regardless if it's whiskey, vodka, whatever it is. So you just take the fucking whiskey that they give you like a good little boy, and you drink it and you shut the fuck up. First of all, you shouldn't be like an alcoholic at all. You should be like a casual, fun drinker who drinks sociably to have fun. So you show up at the bar with your friends, and you're like, hey, can I get a fucking vodka club soda? And they say, I don't really feel like giving you that. I'd rather give you a whiskey Coke. And what we should be doing as fans is saying, look, give me the vodka club soda, or I'm going to go to a different fucking bar. But we're not doing that because you're a bunch of fucking alcoholics. You can't live without your Star Wars content. I don't care what it is, as long as it takes place in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago. I need my Star Wars content. I need it. I need some Star Wars in my life. No, plant your feet and hold firm for the good shit. They're not gonna give you the good shit, the fucking grade A prime cut. They're not gonna give you the good shit if they know you'll settle for the cheaper bullshit. And like if you tell yourself that like, oh, I actually like the Mandalorian and the Boba Fett more than the Jedi versus Sith lightsaber, you're full of shit. You're lying. You're either lying or you just have not sampled enough other sci-fi franchises like some of the Dune, Halo, Expanse, Empire, Foundation. I keep wanting to call it Empire Foundation. You just haven't experienced and tried out enough other shit. Because if you did, you'd go, oh wow, when Star Wars tries to do this non-lightsaber force shit, it's crap compared to some of these other franchises. Like, they all do it way better. The only thing Star Wars has going for it that makes it unique, original, or the only thing they have really going for it that sets them apart from just other science fiction franchises that do it way better is the lightsaber and the Force. That's it. And the different orders and factions that use the Force and use lightsabers. That's it. That's all they have going for it. So why the fuck they're making Book of Boba Fett? I remember there's a movie called Fanboys, and it's about these fucking nerdy fanboys who are obsessed with trying to see episode 1 early. And I remember in the movie, Jay Baruchel's in it. He has a line in there about Boba Fett. He's like, I don't understand why everyone's so obsessed with Boba Fett. Like, he has a jetpack. So did the Rocketeer. Big deal. Like, who the fuck cares? It's fucking Boba Fett. Excuse me. It's fucking Boba Fett. Seriously? Can you imagine, like, 20 years ago, if Lucasfilm had been like, we're gonna come out with the next big Star Wars thing, it's fucking Boba Fett. We'd have been like, what? We were waiting as fans. We were waiting for years for a sequel trilogy, and they fucked it up because they didn't want to play by the rules. And now they're just like, well, we'll just do other Star Wars shit that, like, the rules have been less well defined. Like, no one cares if they go fucking around changing Boba Fett's lore and backstory, because no one gives a real shit about Boba Fett. And I'm not saying they did. I haven't watched Book of Boba Fett. Maybe it's completely canon. Maybe it gels completely well with every other book and every other Boba Fett thing out there in the Star Wars canon. Maybe it gels completely well with it. I don't know. But my point is, if they did go drastically changing Boba Fett's canon and backstory and lore, no one would care. No one would care, because all Boba Fett is a bounty hunter that kidnapped Han Solo, helped freeze him in carbonite, and then got eaten by a fucking Sarlacc. That's all he is. And now there's a whole fucking TV show. Now they just spent millions of dollars on a new TV show about him, when that money could have been pumped into some Jedi versus Sith lightsaber force battling action. And they didn't do it. They wasted it on fucking Boba Fett. Who gives a rat's ass? Serious, fuck it. All right, I've made my opinion clear. So yeah, if you agree with me, great. If you don't, great. I mean, all I gotta say is, like, look, if you want to comment on this video and tell me how fucking wrong I am and how much of a piece of shit I am, go for it. It's your life. You're wasting your time, not mine. So yeah, take that for what you will. If you like this video, please hit the like button. That really helps out the channel. If you want to help out the channel even more, please check out some of my other videos. Maybe subscribe. But other than that, I will see you guys next time.